Alright, welcome to my guide slash talk through on how to complete the Golden Daredevil feat. This is a challenge to complete all of the Beastmaster challenges and all of the Yakamaru challenges in a single run without banking and without any players dying. So it's going to be a bit of a long challenge, definitely going to require a good amount of coordination, and if you're nervous, I would recommend taking a lot of food. You can see in these clips I have a pack mammoth with me full of brews, full of extra soups, and I even have a hellhound in the back just as extra precaution. There's really no need to have a big ego about this, just take whatever gear makes you feel comfortable and take the proper amount of food for yourself. So let's start by looking at the Beastmaster Durzag feats. We're going to have to keep Goebies alive, he's the first pet that spawns, and then we're going to have to kill the other two pets using Beastmaster damage. So the easiest way to do that is by lowering the HP down to like 10,000 HP, maybe even 15,000 HP, luring Beastmaster bombs, and waiting for those to explode on the pets. They'll do about 2,000 damage each, so you might have to do a couple cycles of bombs. And another alternative is to drag the pets really close to Beastmaster, as his melee attacks are actually AoE, and they can kill the pets for you as well. Another challenge is to not open any of the charger cages throughout the fight, so no one should be doing north or south chargers, and ideally if you see anyone getting stuck in cages, just don't open them. Just let them wait it out. You want to have someone repairing all the gongs during the fight, and you also want to have a Goebie survive the fight, so the easiest way to do that is just to kill the Eret and charger waves as quick as you can. We'll kind of speed through the waves here until Goebies spawns, and as you can see when Goebies spawns, we have one player grab the aggression of Goebies, head down to the southwest corner, and he's just going to be an AFK player. So just AFKing with Goebies and making sure that no one is doing damage to Goebies unnecessarily. So that'll be how you solve that first challenge. Next up, we'll speed through the fight a little bit until Beastmaster spawns and the two pets come out. Here when Beastmaster Durzag spawns, no one is going to be focusing on the charger cages. We're just going to be turning our attention right away to the pets. And we're also going to have one player who's running around the arena just clicking on the gongs in the 4 cardinal directions. That's all you have to do to repair them. Just run to them, click on them, and wait until it's repaired. Takes a few seconds for each one. You'll see we want to do damage to the pets. We want to bring them as low as we can without killing them. Ideally, no one is using poison damage, no one is using invoke death if they're a necromancer, and no one is putting any unnecessary bleeds or damage over time effect on the pets whenever they're starting to get low HP. It may be good to have one player dedicated to lowering the pets further aside from the pet tanks. So in this kill, I took that responsibility. I would only use my weakest attacks on the pets to lower them. I would use like Rack, maybe Sacrifice, just any really low damaging attacks to lower those pets' HP closer to 10,000. Then we'd want to have all players waiting near the pets, having high HP, and waiting until Beastmaster Durzag throws out his bombs. Once he does, you want to pray magic, and as you can see here, we killed both pets in one shot, which is really great. If you were unable to kill the pets with the bomb damage, one last resort alternative is to either Voke Beastmaster and bring him towards the pets, or to try and bring the pets really close to Beastmaster. If Beastmaster melees, those melees will actually be area of effect attacks, and they can also kill the pets, counting for this achievement. But as you saw, if you followed this strategy, we killed the pets with the magic bomb damage just fine, and as long as we kill Beastmaster here, that'll be all of the Beastmaster Durzag feats completed. Once you get the kill, you should see a message in your chat box saying you've made progress towards championing the Goebies, 5 out of 10. To move on to Yakamaru without leaving or banking, we can go all the way to the southwestern corner, and I actually never knew this existed until going for this feat, but crawl through the tunnel, you'll get placed up in another tunnel, enter this third tunnel, and you'll be into the jellyfish puzzle. Clear the jellyfish puzzle if you need, but make sure that you're not banking at the Goebie banker. In this kill, this was actually our second attempt, so we had already completed the puzzle, and it just puts us straight into Yakamaru. So now let's look at the Yakamaru feats. We're going to have to do essentially 2 Yakamaru kills in one, thanks to the rewind feat. But in the first cycle, we're going to want to do the all together now feat, which is where during the Mirage phase, we kill all of the Mirage pools within 5 seconds of each other. I'll explain how to do that once we get to Mirage phase. During this first cycle, we're also going to go for the Asphyxiate feat. So we're going to have one major on the team who's going to use Asphyxiate, and all of the other members can go to the far southernmost point of the arena. That way they'll be out of range and they won't even be affected by the Asphyxiate. The other feats are to keep a durable and a reflecting jellyfish alive throughout the kill. So we're going to do that on the second cycle of Yakamaru after the rewind, and we're going to have a dedicated jellyfish tank dealing with those. Another feat is for every single player to grab poison on the final pool, and then only one player will clear it, then the other 9 players will tank it through Mirage. The last feat is called the Rewind feat, and we'll do that by completing a normal kill of Yakamaru, saving a durable jellyfish, and then luring that durable jellyfish back to the middle pool when Yakamaru is 50,000 HP, and that will essentially just reset the fight in its entirety. The special roles that I'd recommend you assign are a Magician to use Asphyxiate, a dedicated jellyfish holder to keep the aggression of the durable and reflecting jellyfish, as well as keep them far away from other players so that AoEs don't accidentally kill them. You want to have 2 players pre-filling the sand pool and 2 players pre-filling the tendril pool during the first Mirage phase. If you have 3 players per pool, you can only ever fill a maximum of 9 sands, so you're never at risk of overfilling the pool and failing the attempt. 1 player can do a maximum of 3 sand fills per cycle, and that'll put you at 9 out of 10. It makes the Altogether Now feat really simple. And lastly for Yakamaru, these are what I would recommend for the normal rolls. You can combine a few rolls, and that will just free people up to be pre-fillers during the Altogether Now attempt. So let's start looking at the kill. In this case, we got the tendril pool as our first pool. So we're going to do the first 3 pools essentially exactly as normally. One good tip is after phasing shark pool, you want to focus on jellyfish. One good tip is that after the shark pool, you want to focus on killing jellyfish. That way you don't phase too early into the sand pool and risk having your team get sanded at a bad time. If your team gets sanded at a bad time while there's still the CPR and the poison tank on the beach, it can make freeing people really tricky. So just focus on killing the jellyfish and then phasing into the sand pool. So now that we're finally on the stun pool, we finally have a couple feats to go for. First off is the Asphyxiate feat. So everyone else is going to run to the southernmost point of the arena. They're going to be completely out of range of Yakamaru. They won't be affected by any of the Asphyxiate damage, and it just makes it easier. We don't have to use Intercept on 10 people. The only tip I recommend for those players who are going south is you just want to keep yourself in combat. So you can do that by spamming Darkness or just using some defensives to keep yourself in combat. We actually both asphyxiated, and that really doesn't cause any problems, just guarantees that we get that feat. Next up, before Mirage phase on this first cycle, we're going to want to have our dedicated Jellyfish Wrangler grab the durable jellyfish. It happened to be that we got the durable jellyfish on this cycle before Mirage, but if the durable jellyfish was out on the 3rd pool, you would want to have your jellyfish tank grab it early and just leech for the 4th pool. So as you can see here, the jellyfish wrangler. So as you can see here, the jellyfish tank grabs his durable jellyfish and goes far away from all the other players, just tanking that durable jellyfish, keeping it alive, and keeping it out of range of any AoE attacks. Once we start Mirage here, we're going to go for the All Together Now feat. So you want to have all your players at their assigned pools. In this case, I'm the North Tank, and I have 2 players with me who are dedicated North Tank pre-fillers. We're going to kill our pool 1 time and then spam click to pre-fill it. The tendril pool is also going to do the same thing. Meanwhile, the shark and the stun pool tanks are going to want to keep their pool's HP relatively high. They're not going to want to kill their pools at all until the entire team is ready to kill them all together. So we're going to wait until sand pool and tendril pool are happy with their pre-fulls. Make sure that you're also ready to grab your teammates out of the quicksand on the sand pool, and just communicate with your teammates on how many sands are ready and what the HP situation is looking like on every pool. You can see here the tendril pool is like 45,000 HP, very close to being in Deathmark range, so a nice ideal setup for that Necromancy stun tank. Once sand pool and tendril pool are ready, we're going to communicate, we're going to say kill everything now, we're going to dump our best abilities, run back into our pools, and just click them and fill them up. The 2 sand pools will be filled instantly because we pre-filled them up to 9 out of 10. The shark pool will be filled by the guy with the 10 planks, and here I had to use an extra ability to help out the stun tank, and then he got it closed with his 10 planks, and there you go, that's all the pools killed and filled within 5 seconds. Now, before we kill Yakamaru, we want to be very, very careful that we're not using Deathmark or killing Yakamaru too early, and we want to let the jellyfish tank lure that durable jellyfish into the middle pool. Yakamaru will absorb the durable jellyfish, and that will start the rewind feat. So now it's essentially going to be restarting the Yakamaru kill in its entirety. We have 3 out of 5 feats completed now. Now in this second cycle, the first 2 pools are going to be exactly as normal. Once you get done with the second pool though, it's going to be very important that your jellyfish tank is ready. His role starts now. He's going to be basically out of commission for most of the rest of the fight. Communicate with your teammates. If you have a deflecting jellyfish, you're also going to want to keep one of the other jellyfish alive. Doesn't really matter which one, but so long as one of these other colorful jellyfish is alive, the deflecting jellyfish won't be able to die. So make sure your jellyfish tank will grab one of the colorful jellyfish and the deflecting jellyfish and head off to Narnia. Ideally, he'll be out of attack range of Yakamaru, and that'll make his role nice and easy. After you've confirmed your jellyfish tank has either the durable or the reflecting plus the colorful, kill the pool as normal. On to the final pool. The most important feat we get here is for all players to grab poison. The easiest way to do that is to have all players stand on the exact same tile. So you can see in this clip, I'm spamming the letters DD, that stands for death dot, or everyone stand on top of me. And the reason you do this is because the poison can spawn within 5 tiles of any player. If players are spread out all around, it's impossible to predict where the poison will spawn. If players are all standing on the exact same tile, the poison will only be a maximum of 5 tiles away. So we're all standing on this tile. You could even delete your conjures if you want to get rid of some of the visual bloat. Be slow for the poison spawn, and then everybody grab the poison. Important to note that your jellyfish tank should also grab the poison at this point if he has not already. You want to confirm that all 10 players have poison. If someone missed the poison for any reason, it's okay. The kill is still fine. You'll just have to kill Yakamaru without anyone depositing the poison melee distance, and just restart the pool. Then once again, let everyone grab poison. But in this case, as you can see, we got it first try. So after we phase this pool, it's going to be time for the jellyfish tank to do the second part of his job, and that's to grab the other special jellyfish. In this case, he already had the deflecting jellyfish, and now he has to grab the durable jellyfish. So you could wait until the jellyfish tank does that and then moves out of range, but here we just opted to essentially just do a normal mirage phase. Luckily, we don't have to be as coordinated with the timing. We can just kill the pools as fast as we possibly can. Here you can see I start eating a lot, as I'm just trying to communicate with my team and having a little bit of a hard time focusing on my own role. So I'm just trying to play extra safe. Try and make sure that everyone else is fine as well, coordinating where the jellyfish are. So you can feel free to flame me for eating this much, but we got the kill done and that's what matters. Anyway, complete the mirage phase as normal. And the final important thing to note here is that you want your jellyfish tank to bring the 2 special jellyfish back in range of Yakamaru's attacks. If the jellyfish tank is too far out in Narnia and the jellyfish are not in range of Yakamaru's attacks, that feat will not actually trigger, and you will fail the golden Daredevil attempt. But here you can see the jellyfish tank brought them back in range just in time, and we completed every single Yakamaru achievement, unlocking the golden Daredevil title.
Nice job, guys.
So there you have it. There's my talk through on how to unlock the golden Daredevil title, completing all of the raids feats in a single run without banking and without any teammate dying. If you found it helpful, be sure to subscribe, as I'll be making videos like this covering every single combat achievement in every single tier. Share it with a friend, leave me a comment. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.